Okay, so everybody, this Flip Classroom lecture here is going to be about our thesis statements that we are working on for our term papers. As you know, I gave you a paper earlier that has this START method, thesis paper, how to create it using the START way. And if you're having a hard time working your way through it, play this video, play it back several times, and do your best. Bring your work in, and we'll work on it together. Okay, so we're going to start off with step one, which is kind of naming your source. You're going to begin your thesis statement with the preposition in, followed by the source that you're using as the basis of your paper. So, for example, we are using the book The Hobbit. So, we have in the book The Hobbit. I know this seems simple, but really remember that this is just a template. You can definitely alter it, you can definitely change it, put your own spin on it. I prefer that you do that, but this is our basic bare bones that start a thesis statement process for those of you who might think it's a mountain that you cannot climb. So, in the book, The Hobbit, stating your source, simple as that. Next, the title. In this case, you're going to continue your thesis statement by adding the title character, or in some cases, the book title, to the source section of your thesis statement. So, in our example again, in the book The Hobbit, well, there is really only one character we can choose. Well, there are several. But the one we're going to pick is Bilbo Baggins. Is it getting that difficult? Nope. Good. Moving on to our next part, author. So we have our S, source, we have our T, title, A, author. Starting to see the connections, guys. In this step, we're going to add the author and or creator of the subject to your thesis statement. Again, for example, in the book The Hobbit, Bilbo Baggins, who was created by J.R.R. Tolkien. Stop right now. Okay? Take a wild guess where we're going next, right? We're keeping this simple. It's going to be are. And in this case, it's the right verb. So this is the most important thing. Choosing the right verb is going to make or break this. We don't want to be super general. We want to be concise and direct. Stay away from generic verbs like tells or writes. We're going for concise, particular specific verbs like explains, proposes, illustrates. That's the good stuff right there. So, example again, in the book The Hobbit, Bilbo Baggins, who was created by J.R.R. Tolkien, illustrates. So now we're at star. Last one, okay, is the T in start, and in this case, it's the topic, where you are going to describe what the topic of your paper is going to be about. You've set it up, you have the pins ready to go, now let's knock them down. This is the point where your paper is going to prove. This is what your paper is going to prove to be correct. That is your thesis statement. So, in the next slide, I'm keeping you in suspense, I'm going to complete the thesis statement by adding the topic to the previous steps. And this is going to change depending on what point you want to prove. The finished product of the START philosophy of thesis statements is, in the book The Hobbit, Bilbo Baggins, who was created by J.R.R. Tolkien, illustrates, in our case, the hero's journey through his decisions, relationships, successes, and failures on his adventure through Middle-earth. Very basic, generic, but a point to be proven that you will be able to by the use of examples and citations throughout your paper. It is important to note that your thesis statement should be underlined and is generally either at the beginning or at the end of your term paper's introduction. That's it. Repeat this as you will. Use it. Don't use it. Come up with your own. Either way, I'll see you in class with your work and we'll hammer out a really good thesis statement. Have a good night, guys.